first graders, we are starting a new unit, and so I want to talk about what that unit is going to look like. We are going to start reading books that are nonfiction. Nonfiction right here. I want you to take a look at some of these pictures to help give us a clue of what you think nonfiction means. If you know what it means, can you use the raise your hand button? Zayden, I see you raised your hand. Can you tell me what nonfiction means?
Like the stuff that's real life.
Real life, yes, nice job. It's a real life story. So they're going to be telling real stories about real things. So if I ask about Piggy and Gerald, is Piggy and Gerald a fiction or a nonfiction book, Zayden? Piggy and Gerald. Is it fiction where the characters are made up, or is it nonfiction where they're real life?
They're not real.
They're not real. So we would say that Piggy and Gerald is a fiction storybook. And these nonfiction books we're going to read are about real things. So that's pretty exciting. I want to teach you that when you're reading nonfiction or books about real life, the readers are learning about a topic even before we get the book opened. So our book that we're going to focus on for right now is called Hang On, Monkey. And I want you guys to look at this picture. Does it look like a real life monkey or does it look like a cartoon monkey? Eli, can you tell me, does this look like a real monkey or does it look like a cartoon monkey?
A cartoon monkey.
It looks like a cartoon? Have you seen a monkey like this at the zoo?
No.
No? This is a picture of a real monkey. So it's not a cartoon.
It's a real monkey?
Yeah, this is a real type of monkey. So we would say that this is a nonfiction book. So as readers, we're going to learn how that when we read our nonfiction books, we can take a sneak peek at the story by just looking at the cover. So if I'm looking at the cover right now, what do you think this book is about? Can you use the raise your hand button? Landon, thank you for using the raise your hand button. What do you think this is about?
I say that about monkey and animals.
Monkey and animals. So who else is in this book? I see this grown-up monkey, and then what's down here?
Baby monkey.
A baby monkey. So maybe it's about monkey families?
Different animals?
It could be about different animals. So what we're going to do as readers, boys and girls, is take a sneak peek. So this is going to be my next page that I'm adding to our chart. It says take a sneak peek to start learning. So as a team, we're going to take a sneak peek at our story and see what this could be about. So I'm going to add this to my chart right here. So as readers, we take a sneak peek to start learning. That's going to help us get an idea of what the story is about. So as we take our sneak peek, we can discover so many things just by looking at the front and the back cover. So on my chart, it says cover. We already talked about what's on the cover. The words read, hang on, monkey. So I'm guessing that that's what the mommy is saying to the baby. Hang on, monkey. We have our title page. So if I flip to the next page, it's a different monkey. So Landon was right. We're going to be reading about this monkey and other types of animals too. We also have title, which we talked about, and the author. The author's name is Susan B. Newman. You guys see that? Susan B. Newman. So as we take a sneak peek, boys and girls, we're going to be figuring out all kinds of cool things about this story. Remember, nonfiction means that it's real life. So I'm just taking a sneak peek. I'm not reading the book yet. I'm just looking at pictures, but look. There's a real monkey. I don't see any cartoon monkeys. Oh, this one's really cool. I'm so excited. So, if I'm seeing pictures of different kinds of monkeys in here, what do you think this whole book could possibly be about? Aaron, what do you think this whole book is about? If you could just put all the information into one package, what do you think it's mostly about?
Monkeys.
You think it's about monkeys?
Animals and all monkeys.
All monkeys. It's probably about all different kinds of monkeys. This one's eating, so maybe it talks about what different monkeys eat. Maybe it talks about how there's different sizes of monkeys. We'll have to find out. But as readers, we can always take a sneak peek to start learning. It also helps us decide if it's going to be a good fit book for us, if it's something that we're interested in, or something that maybe we want to learn even more about. So today, as we introduce our new books, you guys were sent home your own nonfiction story. So if you are in yellow, your book is called How Do They Swim? And you have this penguin on here. And this is a real-life penguin. It's not a cartoon penguin. So this is a nonfiction story. If you are in green, you have this book with these runners on the front, and it's called Athletes. So, athletes do all kinds of different sports. So what I want you guys to do is take about 30 seconds and take a sneak peek into your story that you have. Then we're going to meet back together after 30 seconds, and I want you guys to tell me a little bit about what you think your story is, okay? So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. Make sure you are staying muted and your video is off. Go ahead and do a quick sneak peek. Maybe you want to just look at the front and the back. Maybe you want to open it up and see a couple of pictures on the inside. Okay, go ahead. About 10 seconds.
I found one.
Awesome.
I got mine.
Oh, make sure we're muted. All right. So first grade, we're going to come back together, and I just want to give a quick reminder. If I have not called on you, I do not want you to unmute, because if everyone unmutes at the same time, it gets really loud and confusing, and then I don't know who to help. So you may unmute when I call on you. Okay, that's going to really help me out. All right, I'm going to call on a friend who has the book Athletes. If you got a chance to take a sneak peek and kind of see what the story's about, I'm going to call on you if you are in green class and give me an idea of what this sneak peek was, what you think our story could be about. So I'm looking through to see who's using the raise hand button in green class. Daleza, you may unmute. Can you tell me about the sneak peek you discovered for your book?
Good.
What did you find out? What do you think this story is all about?
Throwing balls.
Throwing balls. What else? Running. So maybe it's all about different kinds of sports. What do you think, Daleza? Do you think it's about sports? Do you think it's about sports, Daleza?
Athletes.
Athletes. Nice job. So athletes are people that do different kinds of sports. So I think that was a really good sneak peek that you discovered. Thank you, Deleza. Now I would like to call on a yellow class student to tell me their sneak peek about their story. Xander, can you tell me a little bit about your sneak peek? Without reading the story, all we're doing is a quick glance like this. We're doing a sneak peek. So we're not actually reading it yet. We're just doing this.
I think they get about catching penguins and fish can swim to catch fish under the water.
I agree. I think that's a great discovery, Xander. So he used the title to help him. And that is exactly what we can do. When we take a sneak peek to start learning, we use the title page. We just flip through a couple of the pages in the book. We can use the cover, the title. And so I love that Xander did that. He used the title to help him figure out what the story is going to be about. So, Xander, do you think that in this story, the penguins are going to start talking? Do you think they'll be talking penguins?
No,
How come?
because penguins don't talk like humans.
Exactly. This is a nonfiction book, so it's going to be real. So they're not going to have talking animals. They're not going to be flying to the moon or anything like that. So when we are reading our nonfiction stories, we want to remember that these are real stories and that we can start reading it just by using the cover page, the back page, and just taking a couple sneak peeks in the book. So you guys are super smart. All right, it is time for us to start our book about the monkeys, okay? So this is your chance to listen and see if you have any discoveries or if that's what you thought was going to happen in the story, okay? So I'm going to just hold up the book and read it as we go. So I'm going to check in and see if people have questions along the way, but I'm going to put all hands down for now. And then as we read, if you have a question, it's super important that you make sure you use the raise hand button, okay? So right now hands are down. Zayden, hand down. Thank you. All right. Hang On, Monkey by Susan B. Newman. And then I'm going to read the title page. Hang on, Monkey. Ooh, we have a vocabulary tree. I think these vocabulary words are going to really help us when we're figuring out what the story's all about. Monkeys, where they live, where they eat, what they do. Rainforest, grassy, open place, on the ground, in the trees, hang, sit, live, play, climb, leap, bananas, flowers, insects. Ooh, I can't wait to see which monkeys eat what foods. This monkey is called a golden lion tamarin. And it says, hang on, monkey. This monkey hangs on a tree. It lives in a rainforest. And this picture right here says Northern Mirakees. I'll have to see if I can figure out the best way to say that. But because I'm practicing my reading, I'm going to try it. And if it sounds good, I'm going to keep going. These monkeys sit on a tree. They live in a grassy, open place. And I have another label. Do you guys remember talking about labels? This is a vervet monkey. Monkeys live and play together. So we have how many monkeys on this page? Petra, how many monkeys do you see on this page, on these two pages together?
4.
Oh, look really closely over on this side, Petra.
5. I did not see that little one.
There's a little monkey. Some live on the ground, some live in the trees. So, boys and girls, as we were exploring and doing a sneak peek of the story, I heard a lot of you say that you discovered that you think the story is going to be all about monkeys. Maybe about the different things that they do, maybe the different colors that they are, and what they eat. So, by taking a sneak peek in our story, we are already learning so much about the story. So, as you read your books that we send home, I want you to be looking at the title page, the title of the story, the author, the cover, and just flipping through a few pages like we did. And you can learn so much about your stories that we send home. All right. Do we have any questions about the story? Use the raise your hand button. Xander, do you have a question?
I wonder if there was any blends in it.
Any what? Blends? Ooh, we could use that. We could see if we can find a blend and challenge ourselves. Ooh, let's look at this page. These monkeys sit on a tree. Tree. Do we hear a blend?
Tree.
Tree. T-R, saying trr.
It almost sounds like CH.
It almost does sound like it, doesn't it? That's when we have to make sure we're being super smart about. All right, it sounds like we're turning into little monkeys, so we're going to wrap this up.